सान्द्रानन्दावबोधात्मकमनुपमितं कालदेशावदिभ्या निर्मुक्तं नित्यमुक्तं निगमशतसहस्रेण निर्भास्यमानम् अस्पष्टं दृष्टमात्रे पुनः उरुपुरुषार्थात्मकं ब्रह्मतत्त्वं तत्तावत् भाति साक्षात् गुरुपवनपुरे हन्त भाग्यं जनानाम् अग्रे पश्यामि तेजो निबिडतरकला यावली लोभनीयं पीयूषाप्लावितोऽहं तदुतरे दिव्यकैशोरवेशं तारुण्यारम्भरम्यं परमसुखरसास्वाद रोमाञ्चिताङ्गैः आवीतं नारदाद्यैः विलसदुपनिषत् सुन्दरी मण्डलैश्च
Gurupavanapure Hantabhagyam Jananam. Namaskaram to all the Astikas. Dhruva Charitram has always been an inspiration to various acharyas. In fact, while rendering Srimad Bhagavatam, it is always a moment for speakers like me to await that moment when we will speak about this wonderful boy called Dhruva. When a primitive mortal like me waits for that moment to speak about Dhruva, why will not a great bhakta called Bhattatri describe Dhruva's glory? In this Dashakam, he takes us through Dhruva's devotion, and finally when Bhagavan appears in front of him on Garuda and touches his cheek with the palm that held the Panchajanya, then the boy starts singing praise of him. There is a Dhruva Stuti both in Bhagavatam and in Vishnu Purana. Now, Bhattatri says, Tavad vibodha vimalam pranuvantamenam abhashatastvam avagamya tadiya bhavam rajyam chiram samanubhuya bhajasva bhuyaha sarvottaram dhruvapadam vinivrittihinam Tavad avagamya tadiya bhavam. Then knowing what was there in Dhruva's mind, what was there in Dhruva's mind? Bhagavan knew of it. Tvam abhashathaha yenam. Hey Bhagavan, you did tell him what was there. What all the boy wanted to express. What all Bhagavan wanted to say. Bhagavan himself did the job because the boy was choked in emotions. Vibodha vimalam. He informed the boy, that little boy called Dhruva, that you've been cleansed of all the queries, the taint that you felt you had. All of that has been cleansed, my dear boy. Do not worry. Vibodha vimalam pranuvantam. And that boy in return was singing your praises. He was just saying stuti. Sahasra shirsha purushaha sahasraksha sahasrapad sabhumim vishvato vritva is the shlokam. This is of course Purusha Suktam in Krishna Yajurveda. It comes in all Vedas. But this is how the shlokam is called Dhruva Stuti in Vishnu Purana. So Parashara brings the essence of Purusha Suktam in his Vishnu Purana. Pranuvantam, He Dhruva, Sam Anubhuya. O Dhruva, after enjoying Rajyam Chiram Bhuyaha Bhajasva, that kingdom for a very long time. So you did experience that kingdom for a very long time because Bhagavan did say that you will experience for a very long time. And then he said, Hey Dhruva, after enjoying the pleasures that the kingdom gives, Bhajasva, Bhuyaha Bhajasva, then you shall attain Padam Sarvottaram, the greatest Padam called Tatvishnoho Paramam Padagum Sada Pashyanti Surayaha. You will attain the greatest Paramapadam, Padam Sarvottaram, Vinivrittihinam, from which there is no return. You will come to that lokam, Dhaman, you will never come back after that. So it is called as Nasapunaravartate, Nasapunaravartate. So whatever the Vedas have said is what boy expresses through his stuti, and Bhagavan says back. Then what happened to him? Ityuchishitvai nripanandanosau anandita khilajano nagarimupetaha reme chiram bhavadanugraha purnakamaha tate gate cha vanamadrita rajyabharaha tvai gate sati. Then when you had disappeared, when you went away, iti uchishi. Then after telling him so, what did you tell him? Asau nripa nandanaha upetaha nagari. After having blessed the boy, after having told that you will experience the kingdom and then come to Vaikuntham, the boy went upetaha nagarim. He went back to his very own city. That point in time, Asau nripanandanaha, the son of the Raja, which means the Rajakumara, the prince, Anandita Khila Janaha. By that time, Narada, who was the media then, reached out the news that Bhagavan has blessed the Rajakumara of your city. So people were extremely happy that a boy of 4 to 5 years, hurt by his stepmother's words, hurt by the helplessness of his true mother and his father, went to the forest with that resolute tapasya, was able to bring Bhagavan in front of him. So the people were extremely happy. Anandita khila janaha bhavad anugraha purna kamaha, with all the aspirations that they all had fulfilled by your grace. Hey Bhagavan, Krishna, Vasudeva, you had blessed them. Reme chiram adrita rajyabharaha. This Dhruva enjoyed the Rajyam after his father and ruled the kingdom very righteously, very sincerely. Now where did the father go? Tate vanam gatecha. This father went to Vanam, because there were 4 ashramas: Brahmacharyam, Grihasthashramam, Vanaprastham, Sannyasin. So a person begins with the learning of the Vedas from his guru, then learns the other martial arts if he is a Kshatriya, learns, for example, Arthashastram if he is going to engage in business. He learns all of this and then becomes a householder, which means there is marriage, there is Samavartanam, and after Samavartanam he chooses to be a Grihastha, he is married. He will have children, the children will grow up, responsibilities are taken over by them. At one point in time, the person and his Dharmapatni think it is over, enough is enough. I've enjoyed all these material pleasures. I need to prepare myself for sannyasashramam. So the one step before sannyasashramam was going to the forest where comfort levels will not be very high, learning to live in harmony with the animals and the birds and the rishis and with whatever little food you get. That is called vanaprasthashramam. And finally comes where you abandon everything and become a recluse. You become an ascetic called a sannyasi. So the father, after being a brahmachari and a grihastha, and when he realizes that Dhruva is capable to rule the kingdom and he's been ruling so well, he retires to the forest as a vanaprastha. Tate vanam gate cha. So he goes to the forest. What happens after that? Yakshena devanihate punaruttamesmin yakshaihi sa yuddha nirato virato manuktya shantya prasanna hrudaya dhyanad peyat vadbhakti meva sudrdhami va brunon mahatma. Hey Deva, punaha, my dear Bhagavan, my dear Lord, later, asmin uttame nihate yakshena. Later at one point in time, Dhruva's half-brother, called as Uttama, was killed by a yaksha. Nihate yakshena, he was killed by a yaksha. Saha, then, yuddha nirataha yakshaihi. Saha, that Dhruva, was extremely offended. How did you kill my brother Uttama? Uttama was Anuttama. He was not a great person. But he was killed by a yaksha was the news. So this Dhruva went fighting. So Saha Yuddha Nirataha Yakshaihi, along with the yakshas. Because yakshas have killed my brother, I will fight the yakshas. But this Yuddham went for long. There was so much of bloodshed. That is when Swayambhuva Manu, Dhruva's father's father, paternal grandfather, Pitamaha, who is Swayambhuva Manu, came and stopped and advised his grandson Dhruva, you should not fight yakshas just for the sake of this brother who was so not very sincere. Virataha Manutya Mahatmaha sa Avrunod. Then at that point in time, Dhruva thought, I should respect my paternal grandfather's words and stop the fight. Then, because this boy immediately agreed to his elderly person's advice, Kubera, the king of Yakshas, was extremely happy. He said, my dear boy, what maturity you have. Sudridham Tvad Bhaktim Yeva Dhanadat. Dhanada is the name of Kubera. Kubera is called Dhanada. So this Dhanadat was very happy. What did he do? He bestowed a boon on this boy. He said, Sudridham Tvad Bhakti Yeva. You, my dear boy, shall be extremely devoted to Narayana, Paramatma, Parabrahman, eternally, perpetually. Till you are there, you will be extremely devoted. So don't worry about that at all. That is the boon that he has given. Sudridham Tvad Bhaktim Yeva. Who gave this? Kubera. Dhanadad Upetat Prasanna Hridayat, and approached this boy with such a pleasing mind, with so much of happiness. Shantya, and thereby there was peace. So Manu brought in peace. We say, right, Shanti Samjhota. So this Shanti Samjhota, this is what people who speak the Hindi language say. So there was some kind of a resolution. There was finally peace that was brokered between the two parties by Swayambhuva Manu. Kubera was the king of Yakshas, was extremely impressed. He gave Drida Bhakti to Dhruva. What happened to him after that? Ante, this Dashakam means 10 shlokas. That is how we see in most of the Dashakams. Certain Dashakams have extra shlokas. You remember Dashakam 8 had 13 shlokas. One Dashakam had 12 shlokas. This Dashakam has 11 shlokas. Ekadasha Padyani. So here if you see, Ante Bhavat Purusha Nita Vimanayato Matra Samam Dhruvapade Mudito Yamaste Evam Swabhritya Janapalana Loladhistvam Vatalayadhipanirundi Mamama Yaughan. Ante Ayam Matra Samam. In the end, towards the end of it, which means his life, Dhruva, this boy who became a king, who later fought Yakshas, who was blessed by Kubera, the king of Yakshas, who ruled so well towards the end of his life, Ante, in his end moment, Ayam Matra Samam, this boy, Ayam, Dhruva, along with his mother, Matra Samam, along with his mother, Bhavat Purusha Nita Vimana Yataha. There was a great flight, a Vimanam that came along with Bhagavan's Dwarapalakas or caretakers called Vishnu Dutas. Vimanayataha Aste Dhruvapade Muditaha. There was a special world created for him called Dhruvapadam. So towards that Dhruvapadam, Aste Dhruvapade Muditaha, happily both of them left. So both of them left in that Vimanam, that mother and the son that took them to Dhruvapadam. He Vatalayadhipa, he the one who rules Guruvayur. Hey Guruvayurappa, evam swabhritya janapalana loladhihi, ever intent upon protecting his devotees. Hey Bhagavan, tvam nirundi mama amayaughan. You are the one who is capable of eradicating all our ailments. So when you can eradicate all our ailments, when you can bless that little boy Dhruva with so much of love, why is it taking so much time, Krishna? Hey Guruvayurappa, to remove my Vatarogam, my rheumatoid arthritis. Hey Bhagavan, please bless me, says Bhattatri in this particular Dasham.
कल्याणरूपाय कलौ जनानां कल्याणदात्रे करुणासुधाब्दे कंवादिदिव्यायुधसत्कराय वातालयाधीश नमो नमस्ते। नारायण 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 नारायण